was at a 20-pounder in the edge with half hour to go.
Hello, you lovely lot. It is that time yet again. Catch up time, innit? We've fished quite a few matches, J-Lad.
We've done a lot of fishing. We did do it.
Neck. You've done quite a bit of penny winning as well, haven't you?
It was good. It was very, very good. But anyway, yes, that's what we're going to just talk about one this time, though, aren't we?
Golden reel first up, J-Lad.
The golden reel. Look, we caught up with these last time. I got very lucky and I'd drawn an utter epicenter at Hallcroft.
Oh yes, you caught many, many fish that day.
Ridiculous, but yeah, it was on to...
I don't think you left many fish in the actual venue that day, J-Lad,
it was solid. It was so
ridiculous.
Anyway,
But,
Larford.
Yeah, we'll touch on the final in a bit, but I want to go through a couple of the practice matches, J-Lad.
Yeah, but it was different, wasn't it? We were on different lake this year.
Yeah,
the golden reel this year, let me check on my silent for Richard shouts at me.
Go on the silence. Yeah, we're all on the special lake. Obviously, it's normally all on the match lakes, and special lake, obviously renowned for the size of the blooming carp, loads of skimmers and that, but...
Unknown, wasn't it?
I want to say you went end of August, early September, was it? And you had a load of skimmers, didn't you?
No.
Was it not? No. Was it after you'd qualified?
I haven't had a load of skimmers there this year.
You have. You went and said you blasted a load of pellets long in that.
Oh no, that was a live match we did. I bet you that was May. You having that when we did that big, massive 5-pegger? We did a live match on Members Channel for it.
So, like, obviously I've gone into that and we were both thinking, like, whoa, skimmers then.
On that day it was a bit rough. And yeah, that was the best. We caught a lot of skimmers, yeah, but we had to fish method and edge because it was dead windy.
Oh, right, okay.
But anyway, we went back, didn't we,
when it was early September, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll have been there quite a bit, though, because I fished quite a few qualifiers.
What, like seals?
No, golden reel qualifiers, just before I qualified.
Right, okay.
I'd been to Larford about 3 or 4 times, and I'd drawn the big lake once.
Right. I remember you on the far side, weren't you?
I was on the shallies, middle of the shallies, which was the best bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was where you wanted to be, on the far side of Spessy Lake with them shallies behind you was the most consistent bit.
Yeah, definitely.
And I had a lovely day. It was a qualifier, catching on long pole on the bottom. And I caught like 25-pounder skimmers and a big tench.
That should be instant win on there,
it should be. No, because Shaw caught one next to me in the day. And then I've caught well on the bottom long.
Yeah.
And no one had ever done that on there. I'd never seen anyone do it. I was like, this is going to be good, this. And I opened my gob loads because I hadn't qualified.
I remember, because obviously you ran me on the way back, like, Andrew, you're winning that, you know what I mean? And obviously you're not qualified by that point. So I'm thinking, oh, right, okay.
It was so good. Long pole on deck with pellets was mega. But anyway, so that was the first learning bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we'll get to that first qualifier. Now, bearing in mind, folks, I'd not fished sort of like big, deep, open waters for big carp. It doesn't come into my fishing, obviously. No. You do a lot of it in your qualifiers, obviously a lot of it hayfield and that. And for me, this is my style of fishing where we had to, like little pokey snake.
Go to many deep
I don't. It's such a shame. And I miss it. You know what I mean? I do miss it, but it shows how behind the times and how inefficient I was on that day on this qualifier. I was horrendous. Drew next to J-Lad.
This was the first time we went, wasn't it? First practice match.
Yeah. The first thing I do, right, so this is a thing, and this is how like embarrassed I was, folks. You know what I'm going to say. So Jay's give me some of these floats. I'm like, wow, they look amazing. Like these 420s, so like gram floats, like proper nice. And I went to put my line through it, so I didn't do any rigs or anything like that because I thought I'd just do them on the bank. Got loads of time set up. Yeah. So I put my line on. Went to put my line through the eye, and like, you know, when you have that little bit of glue. Yeah. So like, oh, it's got a bit of glue in this eye, J lad. Thinking, oh, just give me another one. It's like, didn't say anything. I'm like, okay then. So I got another a Wistem float out of my box. Went to puncture the eye. Ripped the eye straight off, and the wire of the float went right in my finger and hurt so much. It was bleeding like mad. It was like splurting out like this. I'm like, ah.
You didn't even tell me this.
I didn't tell Jay.
You didn't even tell me all day.
No, I didn't tell who was next to me. Steve Colback was the other side of me. I'm like, oh, that really hurts, but I'm not saying anything. So then I put that float down and just got another one. And I'm like, my finger really hurts. I didn't say anything all day. I was like, everything I was baiting up like that with this, like, with me like pointy finger in the air. So that's pretty much how the day went, folks. So. Started off, I did long pole with pellets. Obviously, we had a short line, we had an edge line. Jay's gone out shallow.
I was on the MPEG.
Yeah, you're on the but you know, I
was on 19.
Brilliant area, was it?
No, it was on the edge of the fish. That
slapped to like really. He filled his net up within like what 40 minutes. He filled his first net up, hadn't you? And I'm like, I think I've had one bite and lost it. It's far looked. Phil's come along and says, you're shit, you Andy. I've not catch anything. Steve Colback's had like 3 or 4. Who's the other side? Christian had like 3 or 4 by then. I'm not catching anything.
No.
And it went on from there really. I only had 5 carp. I didn't weigh in. I clicked 52 pound 5 carp. And you know when you just get something so wrong, you're so out of depth. I wasn't patient enough.
That's all it was lack of patience. But that was the first learning thing, wasn't it? It was your first match.
That's why we need to go and do things like that.
Yeah, you have to go. If you don't know a venue well, you have to put a little bit of time in.
Yeah.
And it's not to find the magic method. It doesn't exist.
No.
It's just to, oh yeah, I remember this now. But it's 12 bites, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
what we're fishing for. When you go to the big lake,
Yeah.
12 off car, 12 bites.
That's it. You're there, thereabouts.
Yeah,
aren't
and
you?
you get 6 of them last hour.
That's right. They rock up.
It is so patient.
Oh,
to just-
mate, it's done me head in. So anyway, I told Phil to like book me down for the following week, the Saturday and the Sunday. I think you were just on for the Saturday, weren't you?
Just Saturday I did, yeah.
So we rocked up, had a brekkie. We had a brekkie, didn't we, this time?
No, we didn't. We had a butty.
We had a butty, didn't we? We had a butty this
You got
time.
a butty from Open Kitchen Cafe.
Yes,
They're
and
amazing.
I drew the peg where Christian won it from me like 200 and odd pound the week before, and I was happy there. I'd got
Yeah,
my rig
about
sorted.
13, wasn't it?
I'd sorted me bad eye one out, put a little bit of glue on it, and put lime round it, and ripped it all on. So that was there, ready to go. And it was a bit deeper. You know what I mean? That peg. It was like
Yeah, you
from the
said
start. It was weird how much deeper it
foot
was
deeper.
there all the way out. Yeah, proper.
Weird. But it used to be, because that'll be old peg 14-ish.
Right. Okay.
That used to
And
wait
that was
why
the
it
area,
held them.
wasn't it, there?
Yeah, maybe that's why. A little bit of a...
And you drew on the other side, the M peg on the other side,
Another
didn't
M peg.
you? But it wasn't that one in the match. That was a blockers peg, wasn't it? That one, Jay. Well, you
No,
were
I
you were
think-
right on the end, weren't you?
No, I think I'll have been where Rob Harbour was.
Oh,
on
right,
the day.
okay. All right, so
Maybe.
yeah,
I
it
think
started off again. Not had a bite shallow. Looked across, and Jay's playing the odd one shallow. Sam Brown's up 2 shallow next to me. I think Christian's had one shallow. I still can't get him shallow. But then I've dropped on the bottom underneath it, and it was lovely.
You got a few bites.
It was so
Patient.
nice, folks. I proper put patient fishing. I'm like, right, just pinging a few 6 mils and just waiting there, proper big carp fishing. And then the wind, if you remember, the wind got up really strong, and I'd been saying, like, I want to do an underarm method.
You're obsessed with that.
Mate, I was. So the wind got up, I'm like, I'm going to do an underarm method. So underarm the method onto like my pole line, and I've had 2 massive carp on it and a big skim. I'm like, oh yeah.
It works when you need to.
Oh, it was so
I think
good.
pole's better when
Yeah,
you can fish
presentation.
it.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so that was all right, and we've had a few. I've had only one short, didn't have many short, but out long it was like I think I had 6 in the space of like 40 minutes at one point. All very
Yeah,
big
you
ones.
have a good run.
It was so
That's what
good.
you're waiting for, isn't it? You can hold that
Just
pole
want
out
to run.
there or whatever for an
Yeah.
hour and not get a bite, and all of a sudden it goes dump, dump, dump.
Yeah, and then it was weird. Went hour and a half without a single bite, and then I've noticed my head start turning up. Half an hour to go. Went in, caught one £19.50, my last fish, and I weighed. What did I have? I had 10 carp for £131.
You only have 10 that day.
Yeah, and you won a
Yeah.
match with. What did you have? 14, didn't you? For like 134.
My first 10 carp that day. I think I had more. I don't know. I had 2 20-pounders.
Yeah.
But my first 10 went £50. No, my first 8
That's
went
mad, isn't
£50.
it?
They were like little nice ones. But same again, same type of fishing on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Mine was flat calm, so I could fish on deck long.
Yeah.
I should have caught 250 that day though.
Really.
My peg were black. Like short was solid, and I kept coming off it fishing in the edge.
I know, I've seen you going short. Yeah.
It was solid.
But
Like
so,
solid.
so from that, obviously, you do well. You get your confidence up. So Jay won that match. I was second. I'm like, I'm not coming
Oh, we
tomorrow.
were, weren't we?
And that's when it was pongy weather as well, wasn't it?
And you were drinking that night.
And I was drinking that night, and I was supposed to be filming a live match with Rich, but that got.
Oh, he was
aborted.
dead. He had Rona.
Oh yeah. No, Michelle was poorly CEO, so we didn't do that. And I'm thinking, no, I'm happy. So got confidence up, got all my rigs done that following week, tied a few up.
We didn't go back, did we? That
No,
was it.
that was it. I think the week after, wasn't it? The
Yeah,
final.
left on a high.
So come the final then, Jay lad.
It looked perfect, didn't it?
It
Like
did
looking
look-
at the lake,
Yeah,
the wind had dropped, the pressure had gone right up,
yeah,
but the wind had dropped.
yeah.
But there was still a bit of a wind blowing into them challies.
And it gone cold though, remember?
It were well into
flipping
them challies
freezing.
is a northeasterly, I think.
Yeah.
It's a nasty one. It's cold.
Yeah.
It was flipping freezing.
You
in the
look
wind.
freezing. You didn't look like you had
Oh.
the sun. I was in my t-shirt. all
I
day.
never had sun all day. Like
Yeah.
Rich were loving it being a ginge. He was like, look at them over there burning.
I like the little
We were
tent
like,
that
oh.
Sophie had.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
But
fair play.
anyway,
Go on, where do you draw?
we wanted the challies, didn't we?
We
I did.
wanted like,
Challies or middle of Bearbank.
yeah, so what we're saying, like 1 to 6, 1 to 5.
I wouldn't have wanted 1, 2 and 3.
Would you not?
I wanted 4, 5, 6.
And what are them permanent pegs say? 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. No, 5.
9, 11, 13.
9, 11 and 13, right, okay.
They're what I wanted to be, permanent ones.
Yeah.
I think Zach was on 9. So he was 4, was he?
Yeah.
3,
And Colin Scott. Was
5,
Colin next to him?
7, 9. Cole was on 11.
11, yeah.
Chris Jones was on 13.
Yeah,
They were the 3.
yeah.
Well,
And then-
we could have only drawn one of them though. Chris Jones was the only peg. Oh, you could have drawn
I
them,
could have
but
drawn them all, yeah.
only Chris
They were all
Jones's
in.
peg was left on it. But
I
anyway,
left them all in, folks.
yes,
And
you
then
drew
opposite was
really,
Bradley's
really
one.
well.
No, so I drew 11 on the day, which is what we're saying, permanent 23.
Yeah, we've just worked out 23 up the top end. That might be where they go to die, Andrew. Might be.
Andrew, that's where they got to die. Yeah, it's like,
don't
but
like
you
it
know,
up there.
you never know on things like that. But
You
you do, don't you?
Didn't want to be there.
But then when you draw,
it was
you're
mad how you all drew together though. Like and Chris drew
Yeah.
early. Dale was not far. No, You were next, like,
Yeah.
and you do that, and then Dale weren't far behind you.
Dale was
all.
like next but one, then he drew next to me.
It's
so
weird, isn't
Bert
it?
was on 12 on what's that, 25.
Yeah.
And then Christian was on
He was on the end of
13, so he was on 27.
Yeah.
So
Not
we're
where
all
you wanna
like,
be.
and then you smack bang up. You and Marker all day.
I left some pegs in the bag, you know.
I know you did. It's not like you. Like we all said, like when he's going up, there's some right pegs left in, folks. So like, oh yeah, Jay's getting one of them.
Yeah.
And then when you come out, what was it, 17?
17, which there's the willow bush that sticks out.
Yeah.
That was then peg on the day, so that'll have been peg.
We fancied
50.
that a bit, didn't we?
That'll have been
Fancied a
peg
bit
14. No, I was 16. I was 16.
Yeah.
So 14 was the end.
Yeah.
Then the horrible one
Oh.
where poor James drew next
James
to me.
Oh yeah.
That'd be 15. I was 16, which when I got to it, I was quite happy because I was out there. I was on a big point.
I know.
And I thought, looks all right that, but there's never any fish
You
there.
weren't like devastated, were you, when you drew it?
No, I was a bit, you never know. It could be, lots of space, quiet.
And then George next to you, wasn't
George next to me on 16.
he? Yeah.
But say we left. Rob Harbour at the end peg. He was
Yeah.
last in the bag. 26. That'd have been my pick on the day. It'd have been a bad pick.
Yeah.
There weren't no fish there, but that Triggs peg was left. Chris Jones's peg. Ooh, there were a few pegs like. Weren't they? George's peg was left.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
So I think from this point then, Jay, we need to talk more about your match than mine, because mine's not
We'll
much
do
to
yours
talk
dead quick.
about. Right, I'll do mine dead quick. So all in goes, and I had my first bite 3 hours 55 into the match. Like my first bite. Couldn't get a bite anywhere. Looking back, I should have just done what Christian did. Just took to method, left it 20 minutes at a time. That's all I should have done.
Yeah.
Fov was next to me. I think Fov's had 40, 45 pounds, and obviously he's really
No,
good.
no. Foss had £20.
I thought he's told me he had 40 pounds.
You beat Fov.
No, I only had 20 pounds. 20 pounds
I
and
thought
5 ounces.
Well, he had like 22 or something then. Didn't have £40. He only had 3 carp.
He had some skimmers as well.
No.
Oh,
Fov didn't
okay.
have. Fov didn't have anything.
But yeah, that's what I wish I'd done in hindsight. Ollie, an hour and 10 minutes in, Dad, your shit's had me boy with me. Rich has told me you could hear him mixing the ground bait.
Oh, yeah.
But he was miles
Right.
away, so this was his job. But right, what Ollie didn't realise though, and I've told you, I don't know if I told you, but I've told Rich, the Sonny bags of Match Method.
Yeah. So Ollie's drilling your ground bait for you.
Ripped it open, put it in, and then water's going in. It's drilling. I'm like, mate, you're doing a good job there. He's really good at his ground bait mixes. And then, oh yeah, it keeps clunking every now and again, Dad. Oh, it's all right, mate. It's just the drill going to the side of the bucket. All right then. And then he hands me the finished mix, and there's like loads of bits of plastic and metal in it. He'd like broken the method that you get in
free
it.
method feeder.
So every time I like got a ball, I get a little bit of plastic stuck in my hand. I'm like, yeah, that'll do, mate. Don't worry. So he's done that, but yeah, he's like, yeah, Jamie's got another one. So he's like proper rooting for you, Ollie was.
Was he?
Yeah, he didn't.
That's because he's thinking
Dad,
about holiday.
I was going to sit behind Jamie, Dad. You're shit, you. That's all he kept saying to me. We had such a laugh. He was amazing, like proper relaxed. It went so fast. So 3 hours 55 in, I started, 3 hours in, I started putting some baiting down here. I started seeing it colouring up.
Did it?
And then I've had one £17. And all my family's here then, so Lou, Leah, and my in-laws, and then Daddy May was there as well.
We thought we could see Daddy May.
Yeah,
I was
Daddy
like,
May
I'm
was
sure
like,
that's Daddy May.
Yeah, Daddy May.
it?
And I've had this £17, I'm like, wow! And then I've had a bream after it, like £2. Then I've had a perch, and then that was it. But I've lost something massive as well.
Another one came in.
You know when you hook them like that, and you just get like, and then it just goes,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it was large. And then that was it. But looking back, if they'd rocked up a bit, another 3 of them, I'd have pushed Christian. But yeah, it's one of them. So
3 of them could win the match.
yeah, definitely.
And they're that frightening, aren't they? If you've got £20
And that was my match. So £20 and 5 ounces I had.
in the worst bit. By far the worst. I'd give you almost worst peg in the match. You and Dale would have to fight for the worst peg in the match.
Yeah,
That bit is the worst,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
No, James next to me gets the worst peg.
Oh yeah, flipping it.
Then
so
they're the worst
it's
pegs.
40 and a half. Is that like your 6 metre line?
Oh, it's like my flipping behind me.
Bless
Felt
him.
so sorry for him.
Bless
That
him.
is just the one bit that's... But anyway. So yeah, I've drawn 2 down from the tree.
Yeah.
I got very, very lucky there were fish there at the start.
You say
We were setting up, weren't we, Rich? And they kept seeing an odd one. You know what I mean? An odd one swirl, an odd one stick its head out, and they were close. There was some at like 30 metres, and then one at 20 metres.
Oh,
Not
right.
many. I mean, an odd one. Every 10 minutes, you'd see one somewhere.
enough to give you a bit of confidence.
And I was like, did I hear these, George? I kept saying, George, did I hear? This will be all right. And that's always the way at Larford. If they top in your peg, you catch them. It's how you know that they're there, because you see an odd one top in, then they vanish and you don't catch, and then normally they come back in a day. It's normally how it works. And you just see an odd one.
Right, okay.
About 2 or 3, you see an odd, but they were topping. I was like, yeah, these are here, these. like felt it at the start. So went in shallow,
Yeah.
massive shallow, right? Going in with 8mm pellet on, that deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 bait boxes, not 2.
Yeah.
1 plop, only ever 1.
I know, I kept seeing you, one plot. You told me about this, didn't you?
Massive. You multiple plop it, not a,
Yeah.
They know they get fish for just 1. And I've had 3.
No feed or anything, Jay?
Yeah, fed.
Oh, so you're feeding like... to get
No,
on
I
the bottom?
didn't feed for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, caught 1. And then I feed. I was slapping at 14.5 plus me dolly butt.
Yeah.
And I fed at halfway down my 40 metre section.
Right.
So I'm slapping like a metre past it,
Yeah.
with just 1 plop. And I've had 3 for £35.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
Sea
3,
catching,
35.
mate, yeah, definitely.
Maybe a little bit more. They were big fish, completely different fish shallow as what you catch on bottom. Because
Right.
George next to me, he's gone on bottom, and he's probably had 3 fish in the same time, but there's them
Small.
6-pounders.
Did you have a tench as well?
Yeah, £6
I
tench.
thought you had a tench.
Yeah,
Did
pretty big tench. I think that was it early as well. He caught a tench. But again, that gave me confidence that there's going to be fish on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
My whole day was up and down out there.
Right. Nothing
Maybe
short, or
Uh,
edges.
you put a line in short and you put a line in the edge. Didn't even set a rod up, I don't think. I did, I set a method up, but it never got wet.
Right.
And it was just all about that.
Yeah.
So I've gone on bottom. I've caught another 3 shallow. And I'll have had 4 on the bottom in the next 40 minutes.
It all happened dead quick, didn't it?
In an hour and 15 minutes
Me and
in.
Ollie like, Jamie's winning us some money today, the boy.
We thought we were going for a bit, weren't we?
Yeah, flipping
So,
that, we're
Hour and
playing.
15, I've had £60.
Oh,
I thought I had a bit
Jamie.
more. I was admitting to a bit more. I thought I had close to 70, but looking back,
Yeah.
I'll have had £60 after an hour and 15.
Right, okay.
I were winning. I
Yeah.
ain't getting beat.
No.
That were like, yep, job done here. Just sit on long pole, get an odd bite.
Yeah.
But from that point, from an hour and 20 minutes in, I lost the skimmer, just came off on the way in, and never had another bite until the last 40 minutes.
Flipping
And I've
it.
just sat out there.
Was that the same with George? Because George was keeping up with you for a bit, I know, wasn't he? Was that the same
Yeah.
with him? Similar kind of match?
That was Jord lost one on a feeder that he just chucked and randomly went, little one.
Yeah.
He might have foul hooked one as well, but he had no bite, so you could tell he'd gone. And in hindsight, looking back, that's where I wish I threw a big waggler middle of the lake.
Right, you said this, yeah.
Lottery, I could easily not have caught one. But we used to
Yeah.
do it back in the day, set up a big, remember Dren and Scuds?
Yeah, I remember.
Used to set up that,
Like
and we used to
14,
launch it like
16
50
gram
metres.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 foot deep, just launch it. And I should have had 20 casts doing that. I might have caught one. But if I'd have done that and not caught one, I'd have been
You just
pissed off.
think
that-
you might have caught on a pole.
yeah, I think I'd have had a
mate.
bite if I'd have just sat.
It's risky, isn't it?
Yeah. So I just sat, never fed anything other than short edge.
Yeah.
Never a bite on there. One did leave me edge.
Did it?
One left me edge, just a random. And I had 2 more bites in the last half hour. Or 2 more, hooked 2 more. I had an odd indication, but I don't know what they were. And I caught 1 more £10
Yeah.
and one about that big with 2 minutes to go. I put an 8mm pellet on, went right at the back of me bait, and I caught one like £2
Right, okay.
with 2 minutes to go. And I was gutted it was £2. But in hindsight,
You still...
no, that made a lot of difference. We'll talk about that.
Oh,
in a
right,
minute.
yeah,
So, but,
Yeah.
so scales got, we know Zach's caught. I've had 9
They
fish.
weighed your bank first, didn't they, before they got
Yeah,
round to that?
did us
yeah.
first. I've had 9.
Yeah.
I thought I had like £85. But Zach,
What were you admitting to?
I wasn't. No one
Were you
asked.
not? No one asked?
But I thought I had like 80 odd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought I've got a little 80. That's what I'd have said. Genuinely, I've got a little 80. But I knew Zach had between 90 and 100.
Yeah.
We spoke to Pete, his bank runner, he said, "You got that?" And I thought, I've not got 90. I knew I didn't have 90. And then George Wade had 73.
Yeah.
Mine went 75, like shrunk. You know what I mean? They don't normally do that a lot. They normally get a bit bigger.
Yeah.
But they were a bit smaller than what I thought. So 75, and I knew I won't win in then.
Yeah.
And then I got really lucky. Colin Scott had 74.
74 something, didn't he?
So that
flipping
£2 that I'd had
Yeah, that's-
actually took over
Ah, right.
George
Jordan.
and Colin.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, fair
It's
play,
probably
mate.
£3.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's took over both of them, and then Zach, fair play, he took it out with
Yeah.
£90, and he was at a £20 in the edge with half
Yes.
hour to go. That one fish.
Awesome
That's what's had
performance.
me.
He's the boy, isn't he? Like, obviously, he's yourself.
Does he
but the
get
boy
some
for
rub on it? How
matches.
big and's done Zach thinking about it? Well, he's
Flipping
had 4, Zach. Zach's had 100 grander, Maver, Golden Reel, and UK. It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's only missing Fisho.
yeah, definitely.
Fair play, kid.
Oh, he's awesome.
Fair play. On the
Go
clay,
on.
he does good, Zach. So fair play to him. I was a bit gutted for Phil how it had fished.
Yeah,
It fell shitty with weather, and I know he'd had to pump a load of water out because it pissed down in the week, hadn't it? Been a bit nasty. But it was good. I love the unknown and the unpredictability.
I mean, even me, like I was that long into the match without a bite. when I had that first one, I still felt in it. I
You
thought,
still think I can win it?
another 2 or 3 of these, or maybe not win the match, but then you don't know, do you?
Yeah.
Another 6 of them I could have done, but another 2 or 3, I'm getting like £1 for my section.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's. I think that's the beauty of that kind of fishing and that kind of lake, innit?
Yeah.
The unknown.
I
like
liked it a lot more than being on Match Lake. I feel like
Oh yeah, once you're
I
head on
know
there,
Match
then-
Lake too much.
Yeah.
And it's, you know what's, you can guess very good at what's going to
I'd
happen.
love to get back there again. You know, obviously you can't do anything about the weather. Maybe bring it forward a couple of weeks, but obviously it's got to tie in with other things, hasn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I think
but-
he's going to bring it earlier. But no, it was a mega one.
Yeah,
Proper enjoyed
phenomenal.
it. Nice catching some big carp on the bottom.
Yes.
Couple of quid.
So you come second, didn't you?
Come second.
What did you get? 2, 3 grand?
£3 for that one.
Go on, a 3 grand.
It's all good, isn't it?
Well done, Jay.
I'd have liked to have won that one. But yes, Golden Reel done for another year. And yeah, that's it. Nearly time to go in the cave, innit?
Oh yes.
But we got
Catch
Fish
some
Midlands
silvers.
first. Let's do a catch up on Fish Midlands next.
Good, Jay lad.
Okay.